Physicians postponed complete shutdown after assurance from health advisor. Day-long countrywide sufferings reported. One died in Cox's Bazar. Hasina government looted 35,000 crore taka in 1 year, alleges CAB demands publishing list of fuel criminals. Interim government to review MOU signed with India. Delhi knows status of Sheikh Hasina, comments foreign advisor. Hello and welcome to the News 24 English Bulletin. This is Lamia Rahman. Those were the Bashundhara T headlines. Now the details. Protesting physicians have postponed complete shutdown program after a day of sufferings of patients. Health advisor told details about the matter to the media. She said all sorts of measures have been taken for the security of doctors. Meanwhile, 2 platoons of BGB have been deployed for the security of doctors of Dhaka Medical. Besides, a case has been filed with Shahbag police station in the incident of attacks.
Some people are lying on floor of the hospital with severe patients. Some people are awaiting operation with broken legs. Relatives have become exhausted, ransacking from one counter to another. Many guardians are facing hurdles with their small kids. This scenario was found at emergency of Dhaka Medical College on Sunday morning. Physicians at Dhaka Medical College started work abstention program, protesting attacks on their colleagues and vandalism. In this situation, patients and attendants faced intolerable suffering.
My father is not being able to breathe. Who will be responsible for this?
They gave 10 tests. I have occurred all of this. Today it was supposed to set date for operation. Today we are not getting doctors.
I have come here after spending 4,000 taka. For returning home, I need another 4,000 taka. Where will we get so much money?
Amid the situation, health advisor briefed journalists at secretariat and urged doctors to return to their workplaces.
We will request not to act illegitimately.
Later, she met protesters at Dhaka Medical. After the discussion, she said doctors have postponed their program.
In fact, they uttered work abstention. However, they have provided service of the patients who were already under their observation.
Doctors will start their service fully after arresting those accused who have carried out the incident countrywide.
Meanwhile, a case has been filed with Shahbag police station in the incident of attacks on doctors, and 2 platoons of BGB has been deployed for the sake of security of doctors of Dhaka Medical. Ekramul Haq, News 24.
Meanwhile, the doctor called shutdown caused widespread suffering at government hospitals in various districts throughout the day. A child died in Cox's Bazar due to the absence of a doctor. Patients who come from remote areas faced extreme hardship because they couldn't find doctors.
Anger spread across the country in protest against the attack on a colleague in Dhaka. The work stoppage by the doctors and nurses paralyzed the 250-bed Sadar Hospital in Cox's Bazar. A child died within an hour of the strike starting.
আমাদের বলতেছে ওনারা চিকিৎসা নিবে করবে না
আমাদের 2-3 জন এরকম সবাইকে অপারেশন করায় না
In Chittagong, a complete shutdown by the doctors has halted all medical services except for ICU and CCU. Patients were in a dire situation due to the closure of the emergency department. The shutdown also underwent in Rangpur. However, medical services were operating normally in Rajshahi Medical College Hospital.
একজন চিকিৎসক হিসাবে আমার ভাইয়ের উপরে আমার সহকর্মীর উপরে এই হামলার প্রতিবাদ জানাই এবং নিন্দা জ্ঞাপন করছি।
Medical services were normal in Judicial, but doctors have condemned the attack. Meanwhile, services were normal at Silet MAG Osmani Medical College Hospital. Desk report, News 24.
The Consumers Association of Bangladesh CAB demanded justice against corruption in the power and energy sector. At a press conference, CAB urged the government to declare those responsible as energy criminals and publish their names. They also called for repealing The 2010 Power in Energy Act (CAB) proposed reforms to reduce unjust expenses and strengthen the Bangladesh Energy Regulatory Commission (BERC) to prevent further corruption and protect consumer rights. Foreign Affairs Advisor Tauhid Hussain stated that the government will review agreements made with India during the previous administration to ensure they protect national interests. He mentioned this while speaking to journalists at the Foreign Ministry. He also confirmed that Interim Government Chief Advisor Dr. Yunus will attend the upcoming United Nations General Assembly meeting in New York. Additionally, he noted that Bangladesh will remain cautious about Rohingya entry and Myanmar's instability. BNP will lead Bangladesh with proper politics in the coming days, said Party Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir. He vowed to face challenges and move the country forward. BNP leaders accused a group of trying to undermine the party's role in anti-Hasina movements. On BNP's 47th anniversary, leaders and activists called for valuing sacrifices and taking a firm stance against infiltrators. Celebrations were scaled back due to flooding, with funds redirected to flood victims. The Ministry of Public Administration has ordered all government employees to submit their asset statements. This information was announced in a press release on Sunday. Earlier, on August 24, judicial officers working in the Supreme Court and their family members were instructed to submit their asset statements by September 1. The goal of this directive is to ensure transparency and accountability within the government. Over 100 homes along the Rahmat Kali River in Lokhipur were washed away by floods, leaving residents devastated. These hard-working people have lost everything and are now desperate for shelter and a way to support their families. They're calling for rehabilitation assistance and the construction of protective embankments. Lokhipur's 72 rivers and canals are heavily polluted and occupied, worsening the flood crisis and creating ongoing problems for the local community. We'll be back after a short break. Please stay with us. Welcome back. You're watching News 24 English Bulletin. Food Secretary Ismail Hussain announced that subsidized rice and flour will be sold in flood-affected areas after the floods. He shared this information during a briefing on the flood situation at the Secretariat on Sunday. The initiative aims to support those affected by the recent floods and ensure they have access to essential food supplies at reduced prices. Environment and Water Advisor Saida Rizwana Hassan announced that public hearings will be held in Noakhali and Feni to determine the exact cause of the flooding. She shared this information during a briefing at the Secretariat on Monday morning. The hearings aim to address concerns and gather insights from the affected communities regarding the flood situation. The court has scheduled a hearing for October 21st on Jamaat-e-Islami's appeal to restore its registration. The Chamber Court set this date after reviewing the petition to revive the appeal, which was previously dismissed for default. In 2013, the High Court cancelled Jamaat-e-Islami's registration, and the Election Commission issued a notice in 2018. Jamaat had appealed against this, but it was dismissed last year due to the absence of their main lawyer. The High Court dismissed a petition seeking the ban and cancellation of Awami League's registration for allegedly killing students and civilians. On Sunday, the bench of Justices AKM Asaduzzaman and Muhammad Mahbubul ul Islam rejected the petition, stating it was not raised properly. Last Tuesday, Attorney General Muhammad Asaduzzaman requested the court dismiss the petition, clarifying that the interim government has no intention to ban any political party, including the Awami League. Remittances from expatriates have seen a 16% increase over the past month. In August, Bangladeshi expatriates sent home 222 crore US dollars, equivalent to 26,567 crore Dhaka. According to Bangladesh Bank, this is a 39% rise compared to the same period last year. As usual, the highest remittance came through private commercial banks. This increase reflects a positive trend in foreign income for the country. That's all from the newsroom today. Thank you for watching News 24. Please stay with us.